I don't know. I don't think it's on backwards. I think it's fine. I think my battery's just probably just... Can you guys hear me? I don't think you guys would go for it. And it would suck if I did that. Paul went home and then Kenny stayed and I have Kenny and Andrew coming after me.
Yeah. Oh, that's hard. That's really hard. Because I feel like even if you were to take me off and put up a strong player, I don't know if we could get the votes to...
It'd be you. Say Sabrina said yes. Say Rochelle said yes. Say Netta said yes. And Adele would say yes.
That's 5. So who's left? Because who are we, like, who in theory, who would you want to put up?
Kenny.
Kenny.
So then you have John, you have Andrew, the new girl.
John, Andrew, new girl.
What?
Paul. No Paul's.
John, Andrew, new girl. That it? Oh, Sarah.
Sarah. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're missing a person. Arlie.
Arlie. So if Arlie did something, I'd be the tiebreaker.
I feel like Arlie and John might change their mind because Kenny's such a strong player to get him out sooner.
John loves Kenny. But I'll be a tiebreaker anyways. If it's 5-5 and I have to break the tie. And I would send Kenny home. I just don't know if it's a good move to make right now. It might be a good move to make now because John's injured, so really, realistically, only Andrew's coming after me.
Yeah. But he's a strong player to have coming after you.
Yeah. And nobody will put him up. I don't know, I shouldn't say nobody, but...
There's a few people who would put him up. They're friends with him, but they put him up because he's a strong player.
I just don't think it's smart to put out weak players and leave yourself in the house with such strong players.
That's just it. The whole house is strong right now. Like, okay, our weak players right now. Paul, Adele. John is injured. I'm injured.
Yeah.
Like, Arlie's good with some challenges, but
Yeah.
not all challenges.
Sabrina's a weak player.
Sabrina's weak. Rochelle's weak.
Realistically, all the guys are strong.
Yeah.
Like, if I was in that competition with Kenny, I don't know, he would have given me my money.
Yeah. Anybody would. And I know that the guys think that they can pick off the girls one by one. That's why they don't care about taking out Paul and them right now.
I know. So we're doing their work for it. It would be nice to put up friggin' Kenny and get him out of here, but is this the week to do it and to have, and then when John gets better, if John ever wanted HOH, he'd come after me, too. It would just give them a reason to put me up because I put their friend up. But you can't say anything.
No, of course I wouldn't. I think that John and Arlie are logical players. And I think that they know that they couldn't beat Andrew and Kenny. So they might act upset, but they might not come after you.
When I won HOH, John was like, so what are your thoughts? And I'm like, I thought we were going to plan. And he's like, but it's your HOH, so like, what are you thinking? Type thing. He didn't come out and say anything, but he was just kind of like, you do whatever you want type thing.
Yeah.
I think he really likes Kenny. But at the same time,
Kenny and Andrew are close.
they're really close. I feel like John's injured right now, and if I did take out Kenny, then I would only have Andrew coming after me. And I can't be HOH next week. And nobody's gonna put Kenny up next week.
No.
So we're just pushing him further and further in the game. That's really scary.
people would vote out Andrew before they'd vote out Kenny.
I didn't think of Andrew because you said you're really close to Andrew. I didn't think you want Andrew to vote. And I feel like Kenny's stronger than Andrew.
Kenny is stronger than Andrew.
Yeah.
But I just mean for like later weeks to come, Andrew would almost get himself voted out because it gets on some people's nerves.
Yeah. I know. It would be good to make that move and get Kenny out of here. I just don't want to keep looking over my shoulder and having his friends come after me.
It's hard because Kenny's like to pay so many people.
He's like, and we don't know if we have the girls to do it.
And the worst part is we can't even ask them because they run their mouths too much.
Yeah.
Like they can't even be trusted.
So maybe we just leave it and then no one's gonna do it next week unless Adele wins.
Mm-hmm. The only people that would put up strong players are you, Adele, me, and Sarah.
But I don't think so. Put up Kenny.
She wouldn't. She put up Andrew. Or a girl.
I think so.
And Sabrina. I don't know where her mind is at for next week. I know she put up Adele with somebody else.
Yeah, she put Adele.
But she might backdoor someone because she's really upset at where this new girl is going.
I think she might have put up Adele and the new girl. Because she plays off emotions and those are the two people who hurt her.
All I know is this house is going to change a lot in the next 2 weeks.
It'd be nice if I knew that there were no players coming in the game for sure to keep on resetting it. I'd definitely want Kenny out of this freaking game. He's scary as shit. But this new girl comes in and she's with them. So pretty much, if I kick Kenny out and that new girl wins HOH, Andrew's telling her to put me up. If Andrew wins HOH, he's putting me up.
She's a smart girl, though.
I think so.
Yeah, she just likes hanging out with guys more. But she's smart, and she just got in this game, so even though her and Andrew are close, it doesn't mean somebody else getting in close to her.
Yeah. I just don't want to waste my HOH like taking out a big player when you take out somebody big, but you also don't want to start off big because then you start this game off really fast and you get out really fast.
Who took out Tom and Eliza?
Gary.
And then they voted him out later.
Yeah, and he came back into the game.
But he was the only person to take out a strong player, and
Yeah.
people loved him for it.
I think people loved him too for his personality.
Well, yeah.
But week after week, he was a target.
Yeah.
And the thing is too, like, I make a move like that and it scares the house. Even though a strong player leaves, it makes them think I'm too gutsy and I'll just do whatever I want.
You would have to have the votes from the girls. Like, you'd have to end up asking them, and that's not safe.
Yeah.
Because they're too close with Kenny.
Sarah's really close with Kenny.
Yeah. But that scares me because that means that Andrew, Kenny, Sarah, and the new girl are close. That's 4 people. And then they still have John and Harley.
Yeah.
That's half the house.
I know. It just sucks because, like, if you came off and Paul stayed, then we'd have you, Paul, and Adele's vote. But you can't trust players like Paul or Adele.
Paul's so desperate right now that you could basically be like, Paul, I'm taking you off the block so I can do this. And he'd be like, okay, just to gain somebody's trust back.
But I wouldn't take Paul off the block and leave you up there. I wouldn't take Paul off the block and leave you up there. Kenny doesn't have to go. He does need to go. I just don't want to do that and then continuously have to tell
Oh,
you.
there you have white stuff
I
in
know,
your
because I
eye.
took my nail and it went in.
Yeah.
And in the HOH competition, you're injured, you can't play, really. So you're not going to win an HOH. Sabrina, not going to win an HOH.
Oh, but she's gunning for it so bad. The new girl's
Sarah
tough.
is kind of weak, she won an HOH. The new girl's tough, but Andrew would be so bitter that he'd tell her to put me, but I think she would. Because I haven't connected with her. I feel like Rochelle wouldn't really win one next week.
No.
Either. So.
Who are the people that could win? Andrew, the new girl. Kenny.
Yeah.
Arlie.
Arlie. So if I did take Kenny out right now, those are the 3 people I would not want to win because they'd put me up.
Yeah. But then it all depends on what the game is. If it was like the icebreaker challenge, then you still have really strong people that can play and get it.
I know. Just because you never know who's going to win HOH, you know?
I'm just worried that a strong player wins next week, puts up a guy and a girl.
Because they don't even see Adele as a threat anymore.
No. And even the girls don't care if he stays anymore.
I know. Well, except for Sabrina.
Sabrina doesn't even care.
This is very interesting, though. John is injured, and what can he really do? What is he going to really win?
But the thing is, though, is even though John is injured, he would fight to the death to win that HOH. Just like he wanted to fight in Vito, just so he could win.
But he's weak. And right now, that's a weak player, and and Kenny goes, that only leaves Andrew fighting to take me out.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. So.
Andrew fights to take you out, but who does he put you up against?
No. I'm thinking, if we're taking a strong player, now might be the time to do it, because John's weak. And
all your big players are weak or gone.
John's weak, and Andrew's the only one that's fighting against me, really. He is a strong player, but I just kicked his ass in the POV.
Yeah.
And Kenny's out of here.
Mm-hmm. If you got Kenny out, I would fight for you to stay in this house. I would have your back.
I know, but you can't compete.
Doesn't mean that I don't have people in this house that would compete.
Yeah.
And I know that some of the girls might see it as a smart move, because that way there's not a strong player left in the house. That would be the logical thing for them to think, but there's so many girls in this house playing from their fucking emotions.
Yeah, they are playing off emotions. I just feel like if I did that,
Sarah would be gunning for you too, though.
yeah, she would.
But do you play a good hard game, or do you play a soft game and wait for somebody else to play the hard ball?
The thing is, by waiting for somebody else to play the hard ball, like say next week, Kenny, because Kenny is going to win at some point. He is a strong player, and say Kenny wins and puts up 2 girls, then we're down in numbers, or say he puts up Adele and a girl, and use Adele as a pawn to get the girl out, then the girls are still down in numbers.
Yeah, well, if Kenny wins, he won't put up Andrew, he won't put up the new girl, he won't put up Sarah, he won't put up Sabrina,
He won't put up John.
he won't put up John, he won't put up Arlie, and he won't put up me.
So that leaves me, Sabrina, and Rochelle. And Adele.
Yeah.
That's scary. I think the only scary part is I said, you're not going up, don't worry. And I don't want people to think that they can't trust my word. I didn't swear, but I said, you're not going up, don't worry.
The only sad part is he's actually such a nice guy.
Yeah, but you can't. And that's when you lose this game, is when you start thinking like that.
I know. I was totally thinking that while you were saying it. I was like, but that's the game. You have to kick out the nice people because that's who's going to get so far.
Is he nice? He is such a physical threat.
Yeah. Him and Andrew are both physical threats.
I just think if I did take out, I didn't think about John being injured actually. So John being injured, it lessens the blow. I mean, there's only really 3 of them, and there's so many of us.
Yeah.
And it would be really Andrew fighting for the HOH against the whole house.
Yeah.
There's a slim chance, but Andrew is strong.
Yeah. But Andrew can't stay strong for very long.
I wouldn't want Andrew coming after me though. Because if he puts me up with a girl, he'll tell them to have me go because I just took Kenny out, and I would leave. Because the girls wouldn't go against him.
The girls go against Andrew.
If he puts up 2 girls, because yeah, I'm not as close to all the girls as the other girls are.
It depends what girl he puts up with you.
He probably put me up against Rochelle or something.
I would give
have to
Rochelle out.
force. I wouldn't, because Sabrina likes her more, Sarah likes her more.
The guys could sway to get Rochelle out because they don't know where her head is.
But the guys would want me out because I got Kenny out.
Yeah, you're a bigger threat.
Yeah. Especially winning in the HOH and the veto back-to-back, like.
Yeah. But then there's still veto. And your strong players can't play except for Andrew.
Yeah, but when you pick names, then they might.
But then it would depend who we put you up against.
Like, I was kind of thinking, like, you leave, like, say, an Adele in the game, and then let Adele get his hands dirty and take out a player like Kenny. But what are the odds of Adele winning the HOH? Against Kenny and
Andrew. Something on. Like, the biggest odds right now is that Kenny, Andrew, and the new girl are gonna take house the next 3 weeks.
The thing is, though, if Kenny did leave, then the new girl, John, and Kenny, the new girl, John, and Andrew would team up.
The new girl, John.
They would.
Andrew.
They would team up, and if any of them won HOH, they'd put me up. I mean, John can't really play because he's injured, but it also depends on the competition. Like, last competition was a question one. He could have easily won that one if he remembered anything. John's a physical player, so if it's not physical, then I don't know how well he'll do.
John, the new girl, and Andrew
would team up. But then you can't really consider John. It's more of the new girl and Andrew, because if they won, they'd put me up because John's not really, he's injured.
But I can get close to the new girl, and I'm already close to Andrew. And Ned is close to John. So they're all swayable.
I know. We'll see. I would like to take Kenny. I've been saying that since, like, I wanted to get him out, but I don't think this is the right HOH to do it. I feel like if I did it, I have a target on my back the whole time. But if I leave Kenny the game and have them build a stronger bond, when I save an HOH and I get him out, they're going to come after me with vengeance. Because they won't leave. They'll still be here. Who's going to put them up and take them out?
Yeah. Well, I would. Sarah would. Sabrina would. This is such a hard game.
It is. Only because, like, I don't want to take him out and have a target on my back the whole entire time. Because then, when I do that, the stronger players get worried that I'm coming after strong players. And their main goal is to get me out of the house. If I put Kenny up and can take Kenny out, the stronger players are worried and they fight harder, they play harder. And they come after me because they think I'm going after strong players. But you need to put a dent in that alliance and they need to get out. One of them needs to go.
Baby girl, it's a really hard choice. And I know how smart you are. and I'm not going to give you your decision, but I'm going to let you know that if you choose to take any out, I'm going to have your back, and I'm going to make sure that I do everything I can to make sure the person you want out goes out.
I know, but like, it just sucks because you're here and you're injured, and I feel like you could actually compete.
You can't
Like,
compete.
you could actually, could have like, I feel like you could have actually competed in this game. And if you're out and those girls really are not competitors, then I'm screwed. Sucks.
I'm sorry I got injured.
No, it's okay. It's alright.
You're right, though.
Yeah.
I'm a very competitive person.
Yeah, I can see you competing. I just feel like it does suck to leave 3 strong players in the game and not put a dent in that alliance.
Especially having HOH.
Because the minute Paul's gone and Adele's gone, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
And they build a stronger bond. And John's weak right now. It'd be good to strike now while John's weak and can't really strike back.
Yeah.
And with Andrew and Kenny gone, he wouldn't come after, like, me. I don't think so. I think, he'd try to blend in.
Yeah. My only concern is if you were to put Kenny up, what would you say to everybody?
I'd have to say something like, Kenny, you are, but if I say strong player, the strong players get worried. I think you're playing,
too good of a game.
Yeah, like you're a social threat and you're a physical threat. And, I think it's in your social threat, like your physical threat. And I know that you're an alliance, a guy's alliance, and I would put a dent in it. They would fucking kill me. But you can't say anything. You can't tell.
I swear.
Just don't say anything to anybody.
I swear on my life I wouldn't tell soul.
It's because it's just a thought. Just thinking.
It's a smart thought.
It's just, I didn't want Kenny to go. Whenever you're in HOH, the first thing that comes to your mind is get rid of the strong player, right? Get him out of here fast. But then you kick into logic and you start thinking, like, if you do that, then you target on your back the entire game.
Yeah.
And even if I did that right now, take Kenny out, then the girls would see me as a strong player and they would take me out. They'll turn against me later on. The guys who run take me out too.
Can I be honest? If you were to take out a strong player right now, and the girls started forming closer together without us, then one of the stronger girls would have to be taken out too.
Exactly.
We'd still have numbers. It would just be that one of the girls would have to go home because they're too strong.
I know, but when it comes down to it, when it comes down to the girls at the very end, I could see them coming after me first, because then they consider me a stronger player for taking out a person like that.
If it's all of the girls playing at the end, you and I are fucked either way.
I know, because we don't have numbers.
Because the only ones that want to stay are Sarah, Sabrina, and fucking Michelle.
Yeah.
So we're screwed. So, I mean, I would rather not have that happen. Because we won't have a say.
I know. Who would be better to have, say, final 5, final 6 situation?
Final 6. You want my honest opinion?
Yeah.
You, me, John.
I know, I'm sorry.
I thought about this the other day, though. My opinion was completely different. But thinking about it now, it would be you, me, and John. Only because if other strong players and actually have different ways of fighting for the win, you know. And then I don't know who the other people would be, because maybe Sarah.
Okay.
That's 4. Arlie.
Yeah.
And I don't know who the 6 would be at the moment. Who would you want to be final 6?
Yeah, I see that lineup. It'd be scary. It'd be scary to have it all girls.
It's not smart to have it all girls. Because they already have
But then, like, you do need players like Adele to stay in the game to take out players like that.
Yeah. Because they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And neither does Paul. Paul doesn't give a shit about taking out strong players either.
He doesn't. It'd be so. Yeah, as I was saying, it's dumb to get rid of Paul and Adele because they're going after people who, not us.
Yeah.
But if we did send Kenny out of here, I mean, realistically, if we send Kenny out of here, we're realistically just scared of John and Andrew.
I'm not scared of John.
Like, those are just 3 people.
I'm scared of Andrew and the new girl.
Because John's injured.
Yeah.
I can't believe the freaking veto ceremony's tomorrow.
I can't either. I can't either, but who would you want to be in final 6 with?
See, me, you. I'd want someone, maybe Adele.
Adele's a smart pick.
I think Adele because I don't think he's coming after girls.
He's not. He's going after people he sees as a threat. He
Yeah.
doesn't see us as a threat.
I'll probably see John as well. Because I think we could beat John in endurance competition.
We can.
I don't mind, no, I was going to say Netta, but she's really close to John.
Netta is stupidly close to John. She's like infatuated with him. She never leaves his fucking side.
Okay, so,
And okay, just between you and me, this can't go anywhere.
no, it can't because, well, I told you things too.
Okay, I feel bad for John's girlfriend because I know how they're being pursued on TV.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for John because I know he doesn't want to be pursued that way.
No, but I think like he says, like, I love you, Chanel, all the time,
Like if she was watching live feeds, she gets it.
yeah, she'll get it for sure.
But if I was his girlfriend watching live feeds, I would hate Netta.
Because she's always around John type thing.
Always trying to take care of him. But Netta's also an undercover strong player.
Yeah, she's strong. She kept up in that competition very well to the POV. She was like,
She keeps up well. She's smart enough to know when to fail and when not to fail. And she's trying to keep everything on the down low until she needs to play a stronger game later.
yeah.
And she's trying to stay close to Rochelle because Rochelle's close with Sabrina.
Yeah.
And her and I used to be close. And she basically threw me under the bus for Rochelle. Like, she's nice now, but... It's a hard choice.
It is. Because you don't want to make a move like that and then remain a target the entire game.
No.
You know what I mean?
But it would just mean that somebody would have to win HOH and get the other strong guy out.
But I don't know if anybody else will. And what are the odds of, like, winning HOH and the veto again to have all the power? Right now, if I put Kenny up and he goes, it'd be perfect because he can't play for the veto.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think if I left it the same though, I don't think they're coming after me next week. Because I didn't put them up. And then the following week I get a chance to play again.
If Andrew wins next week, who would it go home?
Andrew wins next week. Maybe it does. Because he knows that Sabrina hates him.
He doesn't give a shit about Sabrina's opinion anymore.
That's true. Maybe. I don't know. Then maybe a girl. I would think he would put me up because I didn't put him up this week when I won.
Andrew's a logical player, though, not an emotional player.
Do you think he put me up?
He might. Only because he'd see it as a safe girl out of the house. You or I. Because we're not in with Sabrina and Rochelle and fucking Heather.